What up guys, it's your boy Zaki. Welcome back to another video. Sorry I took too long to make this one. I was planning to release it after the Kenpachi one, but it's better late than nothing. So let's dive in. Before this, we made 3 power explained videos. Ichigo vs Kenpachi, Ichigo vs Byakuya, and Kenpachi vs Noitora. I explained how the outcome of each fight happened, and why it's not a plot hole in the power system. And today we are doing Toshiro vs Halibel. The complaint about this fight is, how did weak Toshiro manage to fight the Espada 3 Halibel equally in the fake Karakura Town arc? Now you got to understand that Toshiro is a captain level Soul Reaper. Unlike the Espada, he trained for years to perfect his abilities to be in the same level as the other captains. You can see this in his fight with Jin back in the Soul Society. He managed to fight Jin toe to toe and even react to his attacks and fighting him back. That's how skilled he is. Rest assured he can fight anyone equally. He didn't earn the captain title just by unlocking his Bankai. He earned it because of his skills. He's the youngest captain in Soul Society. He's a prodigy. Now in my last 3 videos, I said Toshiro is the only captain Ichigo can beat in his Bankai alone. Now it is possible because their power are somewhat equal, but it's still underestimating Toshiro's abilities considering Toshiro was perfectly fine fighting Jin in his Shikai, but Ichigo got his ass handed to him in their first encounter, and had to resort to Bankai just so he can keep up with him. So I'll be saying they're equal in power when it comes to Bankai versus Bankai. But the question still remains, how did Toshiro manage to keep up with Halibel? I mean, Ichigo couldn't keep up with Espada 6 Grimmjow, so how was it possible for Toshiro to go up against Espada 3? Well, there are 2 things to keep in mind. Number 1, Ichigo was not at full strength when he fought Grimmjow in his first and second battle. Ichigo's hollow side was always suppressing him from using his full potential. That's why he got his ass handed to him by Grimmjow in their first battle. And in the second battle, his reliance on his hollow mask ended up taking too much power of him. You want proof? Look no further than his fight with Yami, where he got his ass kicked because his hollow started taking over. And when he sealed his hollow part, he managed to fight Grimmjow easily. Number 2, Ichigo in his last fight with Grimmjow was in Heikomondo. The reason why Ichigo had an uphill battle with Grimmjow in their third encounter was because they fought in Heikomondo, the Hollow's dimension. As stated by Uryu, Heikomondo raises Hollow's strength several times, meaning Ichigo was fighting a buff Grimmjow and Ulquiorra, but nonetheless he fought them equally. And like I said in my Espada ranked video, Ulquiorra and Halibel are equal in strength. But Ulquiorra has the advantage of the second release, which makes him more powerful than Halibel. But for the most part, base and first resurrection Ulquiorra is equal to base and resurrection Halibel. And Halibel didn't fight Toshiro in Heikomondo, they fought in the world of the living. That makes her weaker than Ulquiorra, who had the advantage of Heikomondo. These are 2 things you need to keep in mind. And now that I thought about it, it's no wonder why Aizen chose these 3 to appear beside him, instead of calling out the other Espadas. It's because these are the only 3 who can be trouble to the captains of the Soul Society outside of Heikomondo. It all makes sense now. Also keep in mind that Toshiro fights and beats the other Espada 6 Lupi. He may not be as strong as Grimmjow, but he was an Espada nonetheless, so you can't exclude it entirely. And now with that being said, let's get started. Okay, so with all the information I gave you, we conclude that yes, Toshiro can in fact keep up with Halibel in a fight. It's not that far-fetched. He can stand her Ryatsu, and he can see her moves and react to them. It's what keeps him alive this whole fight. But just because he can keep up with her doesn't mean he can match her in strength, which is why he needs a different strategy. And after Halibel loses her fractions, she uses her real strength. At this point, Toshiro has no chance of matching her, so he resorts to using his Bankai, cause that's the only way he can match her level of strength now. But Halibel is not done yet, cause she still haven't used her trump card, her Resurrection. At this point, Toshiro has no chance. At this moment, it's over for him. She's stronger, faster, and just toying with him at this point. This fight would have ended with one attack if Toshiro wasn't prepared with a hidden technique that saved him at the last moment. Toshiro can handle himself in tough situations, just like it was shown in the Full Bring and 1000-Year Blood War arc. He survived with his unique skills, which is one of the reasons why I enjoy his fights a lot. And now with them fighting at full strength, the real fight starts. And with Toshiro being on the defense, it's clear Halibel has the advantage. But Toshiro finds something interesting. He can counter her attacks with ice. Their abilities can cancel each other, which is what kept him alive for the short period of time. Now I need to stress this out. When it comes to speed and strength, Halibel is superior. But ability wise, both are equal. Now many people ask this question, if Toshiro and Halibel's abilities can cancel each other out, why doesn't Halibel just shoot Ceros at him? She does use one later, so why she doesn't keep constantly shooting them? Well, the answer is very simple. Ceros are weak and slow for captains. Even a character like Stark stated this. It doesn't do much damage to captain level Soul Reapers. And this is Stark Espada 1 in Resurrection, by the way. It takes time to charge a Cero that can do real damage, and Toshiro's reaction speed is high. Halibel is not like Stark, who has two pistols that can charge Ceros and shoot them faster than normal. She shoots regular slow Ceros. That's why Ceros aren't effective in this battle. So now that all their moves won't work on each other, Toshiro's only left with one option, which is to steal her away with his ice technique. And I would like to explain that in the manga this is where the battle stops, but in the anime they add this filler scene to the battle that are not important, just to prolong the battle, so I'll skip it and go straight to the important part. So Toshiro activated his last ability and sealed Halibel away. After many failed attempts to beat Halibel, that is his last option. She's way beyond his league, and this is the only thing he can do. And as you know, later on Wonder Wise come in to break the seal with his screams, and Halibel returns. At this point Toshiro has no chance. All his abilities are nothing compared to Halibel now. But luckily for him, the Visors show up to the battle and help the Shinigami in the fight. And two former lieutenants, Hiyori and Lisa, come to help Toshiro fight Halibel. But even that's not enough to beat her, cause her skills still outperform all the three of them. This is not a fight they can win on their own. But Aizen fed up with her, and he can't wait no longer, so he steps in and kills her. And that's how the fight ends. So what do we conclude from this battle is that it's Toshiro's skills and abilities that encounter Halibel's abilities that what saved him in this battle. And the fact that Arrancars are weaker in the human worlds than Heikomondo is another reason why he can keep up with her. It's not a plot hole if you think about it. Anyways, with that being said, thanks for watching, hope you enjoy, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!